Okay, we're back. Hopefully I don't stand in the way too much of the camera. I'm trying to get this apart. I don't have much room here right now. One thing I just learned about flatheads, talking with a guy on the internet, you can see where the exhaust actually comes up and warms up the carburetor and the fuel in here, and they actually burn these things out and end up putting holes in them. Am I showing you that right? I think so. But yeah, I never knew that. So they kind of damage the manifold. The exhaust comes up through here, and it comes up right through here. It goes out through these two ports, but it also comes up into here, up this hole, and into the intake. Now I've heard of guys putting pennies in here and blocking this. Some say it changes the sound, some say they don't run good after, some say they run good after you warm them up. So you never know. I might be tempted to do that. I could fill that with JB Weld, because apparently they get quite thin. Obviously they must, thin enough to get a hole in them. And I could run it like that. So I'm not totally sure yet. This is new to me. I didn't know that. But not too surprising. There's probably a lot of things about flatheads that I don't know. So anyway, I will start undoing some bolts and get this out of the way so I can get that stuff out of the way and look at pulling the motor out, so then maybe we can get it apart and have a look at it and see what's going on. See if we got a motor to work with or not. Okay. These guys are just have what's that, doggy 9. Looks like somebody years ago filled this all with Bondo. They're supposed to be, they're almost like they're pressed in lines to give it support. Looks like they've hammered them out, somebody at one point in time, and bonded them all up to smooth out the firewall. Looks like all their lacquer is cracked over the years. So I'll have to clean all that up and make it right. I just soon have the marks back in there, so whether I hammer and dolly them back in, I don't know. Let's see. If I make an LS deal out of it, you got to end up changing the firewall, recessing it back 5 inches so we can get the motor in. But I think for now, I'm going to put it back together kind of stock. Let's see what we can do with that. I thought about putting a 5-speed Tremec in it. Might not be a terrible idea. Take this out as one unit. Maybe that's the thing to do. I've got to go over and see what we're missing with the brakes on here too. Oh, my dog. This uses rods that come over and run the brakes. So I've got to see which ones I'm missing here. I've got a guy in the States that I think I can get NOS rods from. So I better have a look at that and see what I'm missing. So I can get them coming. Okay. Okay, not the best place for it, but it'll do for now. Piece goes in there too. Crank hole. So yeah, it's a little shield that goes on there. I can't tell what you guys can see and can't see here. Just some stuff. A little shield that goes on there just under the rad. It's got a little hole in it. That hole goes through there, lines up with this piece and a piece on the crank so that you could crank the motor over by hand. So your starter didn't work or something, so yeah, so they still had a hand crank on that was usable. This is the distributor on it with, that's a cap on that end. I don't think there's supposed to be a little coil there, so maybe that is actually the coil. Yeah, it is. That's actually the coil there, and there's supposed to be caps in this end. The wire is run like that. Really neat. Okay, what else do we need? Get this out of here. Undo these. And the nut. Training out with it, undo those rods. Okay. And then the two mounts. Okay, let's see what we need here. Cars are pretty unique. It's like a, oh, just a little stabilization bar, I guess. Goes down to here to the bell housing and hooks back into the floor. So, and there's one on each side. A lot of this stuff I'll be able to sandblast and we'll powder coat it all up. Go to the other side and see what we got. Same deal. Okay. Only a couple holding this on. What's going on, Hirsch? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. No, I think you're just sticking around the ranch here, buddy. Yep. turns out not as much as you think. Two front rods. So okay. Need a ratchet to get a couple bolts under there. Just looking at the brake rods that are missing. Actually, the two back ones are there. It's missing the two front rods that come up here. So I'll have to check into them, see if I can get them ones. And 13 quarter. Extension. 11/16. Good boy. Oh, it's got something stuck in it. Quarter. Probably when I need it. Okay, two bolts are a little bit tight to get at, and now Hirsch is going to start his thing. Oh, it sit on me. He'd rather be playing with the neighbor's dog, and we're not letting him. Okay. You gotta move, bud. Okay, beep beep. Come on, keep going. And now what do we need? Quarter on this side. Oh, I need something to hold that. For the grips. Spare grips. Terrible spot to lay, buddy. Okay, a couple more bolts, and I think we can pull the hoist over here and get this thing out. Of course, you gotta get a couple that are tight. Not so much tight, but ouch. These ones are hardly on there. I don't know why they're so tight. It must get rusted. Yeah, they must have. Oh, I see a finger biter coming up. Oh, let's see if I got any penetrating oil. Lay down here. No. Everything crammed in here right now to get this in over the weekend. So. Hit that guy with a little WD-40. And we'll try the other side. Well, we're letting that soak in, and we'll see if we're any better off on the other side. Any luck? Looks like they stuck them in just any way they could, just to set it in place or something, I think. And of course, I got two different size nuts. Yep. Here for that side. And here for this side. And yep, same deal for whatever reason. Things are super tight and hardly only on by about 3 threads. Okay. Give this side a shot, let it soak. See if any of that helps. We'll try the other side. See if we can work it back and forth a little bit. A little bit. Busted loose. Can't believe the breeze coming out of these doors. I know her. I'm not happy. That's it for me. Back and forth, we'll try this other one. Did help. Okay, we won on one side. Oh, and we'll try this side. A finger biter coming up, but I don't know if you guys have ever worked on these little flatheads tall. They're pretty interesting old motors. So you can watch as we rebuild one of them anyway. I don't know if it'll be this one or the one that we trade this one for. I'm going to see what kind of shape the Babbitt's in on this one first. From what I understand, if it's not in very good shape, the time I buy the Babbitt and have it done, there's not too many guys around that do it. It costs about $2,600. I think we're winning. We won for now. Okay, progress. I think we're actually really close that we should be able to bring the picker over here if I can make enough room to squeeze it over and hook a chain on that and pull it out. We'll probably just put a chain through these studs here, see if we can't pick it up. I don't have much room here. I'm gonna have to clear some room, so I will we'll deal with that here for a bit, and then I'll bring this back on when we see if we can get the picker all set up and that. Take me a few minutes here to clean things up and deal with my dog, who's actually on the naughty list because he keeps running over the neighbors, so I don't want to let him out till he's learned his lesson, but I'll be back.